Oh shoot, no, we're not in our right state. Yeah, there we go. We gotta do cinematic crap. Here, yeah, boom. Jump back into the adventure or past adventure. You know what I'm trying to do. Jump back into some Final Fantasy. And then of course you know what I gotta do first. You know what I gotta do. Boop, 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 and boop. Alright. So we should be good there. Alrighty, alrighty. Of course, I'm gonna have to go mute. Everyone knows that in a couple seconds, just to make sure everything's good in the neighborhood. Which everything should be, I'd imagine. I'd imagine. That's right. Back to more don't know. Oh, that's right. We're recruiting. We're recruiting. We're recruiting. All right. Gonna go mute for a sec to make sure everything's good on your guys' end. The button twice. All right. So everything seemed good. So let's jump on in. Officially, I guess I should say. Uh, Creating a beautiful organization to help protect Eorzea in the ways that we can't. Again, a beautiful, beautiful idea, Alpha No, but a beautiful idea. I'll put it like that. And move to the app castle. I don't feel like walking out that way. I'm triggering along, but I don't feel like doing it. Matter of fact, sprint. Wish they had more aetherite crystals in Limsa. Hello, you. I remember doing a quest for you before, and it was annoying. Also kind of weird, but I'm not one to judge weirdness in Final Fantasy. Oh, also, before I get started, well, started, I guess I should say. Thank you, followers. Thank you, people watching. You're doing me a great big service by both following and watching. I greatly appreciate it. If you're not a follower, I would highly, highly, highly recommend you become one. It would help me out a lot. I'm biased, but I'd still highly recommend you become one. We have fun here, I want to say. You can watch, you get to watch my personal raw reactions. If you were here yesterday, you know exactly what I mean by that. But I greatly would recommend it, as it would help me out a lot, and I would just love to have more people here, enjoying and chilling and relaxing, potentially. But of course, it's always optional. But if you do decide to do it, it's really simple, really easy. Just hit that follow button on my Twitch, and there should be some social media links. Also, along with my, did I say Switch or Twitch? With my Twitch account. If you follow those two, that would be a big help on on my end, but also a big help for you guys as well. Because usually my Twitter, the main one really, is Twitter I have enabled with my Twitch, is how you'll know when I am live, amongst other things, like say maybe video uploads or whatnot. Again, it's always optional. You don't have to, but I would just greatly appreciate it if you did. If you did. Greatly appreciate it. You don't gotta subscribe to me right now. I don't even think you can, to be honest. But follow my Twitch, follow my socials. But you can subscribe to my YouTube. I will say that. I would greatly appreciate it if you at least did that. Airship landing. And I want to thank, because I know we got some users in the chat, maybe even viewers, Adept W and Capus06. Happy to see you guys again. Happy. Let's enjoy some Final Fantasy, I guess, prologue, but also not prologue for Summer Realm Reborn. And see if maybe we can get close to finishing it finally. I doubt it, because there's a whole other chapter after this. And if I remember correctly, that chapter takes a bit of a while. Though, honestly, I think after we amass our would-be... Oh, why did I yawn? Would-be free company, we will be able to... Where is that? Conjurer's Guild? Yeah, Conjurer's Guild. We will be able to start the next one. Why do I hear two versions of audio right now? I shouldn't. But there we go. We should be good now. Hey, Alf. That's right. Well, I'm looking for people to recruit. You're trying to get the good graces of the three companies. Which they should have just said no to us flat out. There's a direct crystal right there, so I'm not even going to bother trying to run all that way. I think it was the amphitheater, so I might have picked the wrong one. It was the amphitheater, and you know what? I'll see why we can't. Miketo. Yeah, yes. Cheat the system, but not really at the same time. Whoop. Fuck you. Oh yeah, you're that guy. You're that guy, you're that guy. Why'd you just run right through me, sir? Rude. Well, walk, I should say. You can hit that if you go to the Lancers Guild. So, Lancers. Oh, they're scolding somebody. Unfortunate for them. I will say the latter moments of a Realm Reborn, the main parts of it, are a bit long and do kind of drag, but I will say there are some really cool bits out of it. One of the later duties I like a lot. Duty. Which kind of opens the story a little bit for the not Ishgard, Heavensward. Which if you can imagine one of the final duties I'm talking about for Realm of One, do you know exactly what I mean? I say, you know, Ishgard and Heavensward. At least I thought that was a really cool one. What the heck are they doing? I don't care enough. Where do we go? Ship landing. I wonder if I got any. We'll check you later. I doubt. We've had a couple of achievements, but I doubt it. I doubt it. Where the hell do I go? Oh, that's right. Ah, yes. Oda, in this climate. You're really brave, Alpha, no? You did just get stabbed there. Or jumped or whatever the heck happened to you. I see you got stabbed. Royal Promenade in the Chamber of Dance, in the Chamber of Rule. I remember this time. Where do I go? I think I go to the Adventurers Guild. Was it all just in the Sapphire place? No, there's no. Yeah. Oh, son of a biscuit. Okay, well, let's see. On miners, weavers, gladiators, and then just the Sapphire area. So we'll start with the fuck you. I hit the wrong thing. Gladiators. What I was gonna say, start the Gladiators Guild and work our way around. Thank you, Wilred. If you remember Little Alamingo, then you remember that kid. That rash, stupid child. Miners Guild. I can't wait to start doing like Black Mage and stuff like that. Cause they have some of the coolest outfits, glamours and whatnot. Don't get me wrong, there's still like the regular DPS class has some pretty regular DPS. Melee and range, I'll say, has some pretty cool outfits too. But you see some cool stuff with like say red mage, black mage. I remember the freaking. I haven't done the entire Manderville or whatever is it called, Manderville or like Gentleman Quest. I don't know. What's his name with the pompadour? I think is that a pompadour he has. He wears like the tuxedo and he's like a Hildebrand, Hildebrand, whatever Hilde. I just call him Hilde. Hello, you. You okay? You do not take corruption money. At least, they don't. I might. Listen. Just don't tell anybody, and I'll take whatever money you can give me. I shouldn't say that. Yeah, I just realized kind of what I implied when saying that. Alphanor, are we taking dirty money? Ow! Son of a, I hit my ankle. The foundation of a new beginning, Alphano. Okay, yeah, sure. Yay, back to Mordona. Home. For now. Excuse me. That was a really, really good burp, but a bad one at the same time. Oh, look at her.
Tell me, General, what think you of Alfino's bold endeavor?
I think it is more than bold, Your Grace. His organization would pave the way for a united Eorzea. Well do I understand his impatience, since facing the common threat of the Ultima weapon, our nations have seemed farther apart, not closer together. Considering the many problems we face, should we not be glad that someone else is taking the initiative?
We have all pledged our cooperation, yet the grumbling continues behind closed doors. Ul'dah is not alone in her duplicity. I myself have doubts as to the good this organization will achieve. With the inclusion of the finest soldiers of the 3 grand companies, it promises to be a fearsome military body. But whom will it serve? Even under the watchful gaze of the Scions, it is not unthinkable that such a force could perpetrate a great wrong.
Oh yeah, that's that's definitely true, isn't it?
That a significant proportion of its financial backing came from the coffers of the Syndicate, that those unprincipled worms might forge this extraordinary gathering of warriors into a private army.
I have trust in the Scions, Your Grace. They have spared us no end of trouble at the hands of the Primals. If they seek reinforcements, I deem it unwise to deny them. As for their finances, full many gave generously. And though our nobles proffered a sizable sum, their coin did not spill from the pockets of Lolorito and his cronies. And what of the presence of our stalwart adventurer friend in this endeavor? I doubt the Warrior of Light would betray our cause.
I had no reason to. You can trust me. Trust me.
Yes, there is that, I suppose. Yet I have known people to change. Whether we will or no, the events of the age hurl us this way and that, like a dust devil skipping across the sands. Cannot be done about Telechi?
I have explored all avenues available to us, Your Grace. But as Ul'dah law now stands, we lack the evidence to convict him of any crime.
Just kill him.
To arrest him on spurious grounds would only play into his hands.
You're being weak right now, Raubon.
He has all but committed treason, and yet we can do nothing?
That's what I'm saying.
Then what good our government? What worth the royal house? How deplorable this mockery of justice!
Aww. I forgot she cried in this scene.
Have faith, Your Grace. It is not over.
That's why I will always and forever say Teleji can die. Forget Teleji. Screw Teleji. Teleji sucks. Speaking of which, know what else sucks? Sync delays, which is why we reset things every 30 minutes here. So bear with me. There we go. That did that, and that did that. Alright, back to it. To Mordona to speak to Alphanel at the Rising Stones. The only Lalafell so far that I can't trust, that stupid screw it, that loser, and Lolorito. I can at least say Lolorito's name right, but Adeleji, I just say Adeleji. I hate him. I hate him with my god. I hate that. Ugh. Just thinking about him makes me want to have explosive diarrhea. Yeah, I said it. I don't care. I hate Teleji. There we go, Teleji. Maybe that's why people hate Lalas in this game. Well, some people. I know that's why I hate some of them. Oh man, go get used to it. Look at me. I travel across the world sometimes. all around the world. Amen. Okay. Would it be easier just to like freaking fast travel with it? Nah, I can make it. I can run. God, it's good to get your steps in. Why? You always gotta highlight over no. Just go to yes. Hey, Slav. I said it right this time, not Slavs. Slav. Hmm? Oh, yeah, this part. Oh, God, that hurt my throat a little bit. Okay, the Camp Dragon Head. I wish it was a fat. Wait a minute. That yeah, okay. Yeah, that's right. That's not whatchamacallit. No, that's his Dragon Head. This is Camp Dragon Head. Then what the heck was that part again? The Observatorium, maybe? I don't forget what it's called. I wish there was an Aetherite there too, because just having one Aetherite in this big of an area. Mm, I mean, it kind of is the fashion of it, but still. Oh, look at that cute, adorable little Goo Goo. Goo? Yeah, Goo Goo. I always wonder if I'm saying their names right. Cutscene! That probably doesn't have no voice to it.
The incident with
Oh, shit.
No, you need not elaborate. I have been following their progress with no small amount of interest.
I was wrong.
Brave men and women all. They do our nation a great service. The existence of a fortified outpost in Mordona will do much to dissuade the Empire from trespassing on Kurthus soil. Right glad am I that you have chosen to lend your support to this endeavor. Never let it be said that House Fortom does not acknowledge the efforts of her allies, or her debts. 'Twas in the spirit of gratitude that I arranged for sundry supplies to be delivered to Revenant's Toll. That the shipment should chance to be waylaid by heretics is poor fortune indeed. Poor fortune, I say, yet not without precedent. If you would know the truth of it, these incorrigible villains grow more organized with each passing day. This new unity of purpose we attribute to their leader, the Lady Iceheart. But though I have devoted significant resources to the task of identifying this woman, we have yet to learn so much as her birth name. What we do know is that the heretics speak of Iceheart in reverent tones, and would gladly embrace death rather than betray her. Such loyalty is rare indeed, and I fear to imagine what so committed a collective might achieve.
Iceheart.
Dragons have not yet been so brazen as to risk direct confrontation here in Dragonhead. Some few of their number have, however, been sighted not far to the west of here, and with ever-increasing regularity. A visit to Whitebrim Front may bring you the answers you seek. Will you brave the snows, knowing what implacable foes may lie in wait?
I've killed gods. I really don't care at this point. Yes.
Halone's blessings be upon you. Though I take no pride in the admission, many of mine own countrymen are not so well suited as you adventurers to dealing with such foes.
Because they
Unless
weak.
reckons, it might be otherwise. But truly, I could not wish for a finer ally.
Oh, thank you.
Done much for my house in the past, and I have no doubt but that I shall have cause to celebrate your deeds again ere long.
I am pretty strong, so I'm not really gonna say anything to it. Everybody wants some of this. For defense. Yeah, words. Dun, dun. White brim's over here, and that's not that bad. I mean, I guess the good thing is, I know that's not. Oh, okay, I'm about to say. Wrong way. It's a beautiful sky out tonight. Oh, upstairs. Which I find this faster just to go all the way up and then do this. And then do this. And break my ankles. Doesn't even hurt. Doesn't even hurt. That's why I love Ninja a little bit. Fall damage does not mean nothing to me. Yes, looking for some heretics. Thieving heretics. The worst kind of heretic. Next to the blood-sucking kind. But that's a joke on actual ticks that you can sometimes find on maybe your pet or yourself if you're not careful. Is that up here? Or is it... No, he went... Yeah, he's down here. God dang it. I hate this fort. I hate this fort in particular because I have no idea where things are sometimes. You put it in a building, it's like, what the heck is that? Also, I'm on a mount. That's not making it any easier for me. There you are. Search the wilds of Snowcloak and defeat any heretics you encounter. By defeat, you mean kill. At least I do. Out the way. Bodies that have hit the floor. You still alive? You holding your side like you're still alive. Hey, I'm talking to somebody here. Piss off. Nah, you're dead. Unfortunate. Excuse me. Yuda! But you about to strike me like I was an animal or something like that? How dare you, good sir? How dare you, good sir? Who's this mysterious one? Oh. We're being watched, I feel. Also, all that for just one little God dang it. I want more voicing, but that was less. In a sense. No, not in a sense, it was. Also, get rid of this. I don't care. I was wondering why I'm only like 2 spots left. I really got to get better at inventory management, and I swear I will. It's just I'm waiting on... I pre-ordered, so I'm going to get early access to it, but I want to make a male Viera to go up my female Viera for one of my retainers. No, I'm not doing that stair shit. It's faster than me. I don't care what you guys say. It's faster for me, because I can just break my ankles. Let's go. Or maybe your minions wasn't that strong. Maybe you're really overestimating them. That's just me, though. Really? Back to Snowcloak? No, wait. Oh, no. Back to, whatchamacallit. Dragonhead. Good boy. Cutscene, which maybe might have voice. It probably does.
Your return
Yep.
is most timely. Of their own accord, my thoughts had turned to your task and the progress thereof. I confess, my imaginings tended toward the grim and bloody.
You doubt me, then, good sir.
But you are here now, and I suspect such frivolous wonderings do little justice to the reality of your travails. Tell me, what did you learn of Iceheart?
Well, she's a female woman who likes staring at people from the top of cliffs.
Transpired at Snowcloak. Of all the highlands, that towering wall has...
She's also wearing blue, I guess?
climate. So inhospitable has Snowcloak become that we have still to survey the area in its entirety. Could its frozen heights conceal the heretics' hideaway? Mayhap a more robust reconnaissance effort is in order. Putting such considerations aside for the moment, we still know far too little of this Iceheart. That she is capable of commanding such a band of fanatics bespeaks natural authority, and no small measure of charisma. As much as I would like to fathom this mystery with you, the situation has grown beyond my personal purview. I am bound by duty to inform the Temple Knights and request that they bring this matter to its conclusion. Given the glowing reports the new commander has garnered thus far, I am certain that they can be relied upon to take appropriate action. Iceheart's true identity yet eludes us.
I just told you what she looked like.
With a point from which to begin. Sometimes it takes but a single stone to prompt an avalanche. On the matter of the stolen provisions, I have already made arrangements for a second shipment to be sent to Revenant's Toll. I could not well allow such an honorable venture to be undermined by one miserable setback.
Back to Mordona. I hope everybody's arrived by now. I bet this is what this quest really was. Well, also an introduction to what's going to be happening in Coerthus, but also this. Slaff, I'm back. They're going to send more supplies. Ah, yes, here it begins. I'm just doing that Moogle thing, because I have a lot of these stupid tombstones. Hey, Tataru! Sitting in a chair, or standing in the chair. You're adorable as well. anything ever happens to her, I am going to be so pissed. These empty uniforms. And, oh yeah, that's right. We gotta go give stupid clothes to stupid recruits. They gotta earn my respect. First time they can fail on Titan or Ilfrit or Garuda, then I'll call them by their name. But for now, they're just Maggot. Ego Maggot. Oh, that's a Kokobo Keep. Who's up here? Oh, that's right. Whatchamacallit. Maggot number 2. No, you know what? You're Maggot number 5 because you betrayed me in the past. You know what? No, you're 7. You're 8 because I don't really know who you are, to be honest. You get to be 6. Yeah, you're too enthusiastic. You're 6. But who's above me? Oh, up here. Gilbert. Huh. I forgot you existed. Oh, you're number 8 now. I take it back. No, screw rankings. You're all just gonna be maggot. I don't care about ranks. I forgot what number. I forgot what number I done gave people now. Don't worry about who Ilbert is. I hit a button by accident. I never thought I'd see the day where DPS could have over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 6 numbers in their health bar. Crazy. Crazy. I know tanks have like got who knows an amount by this point. Oh, Wilfred or Wilred. Did I call you Wilfred for the time being? Well, whatever. I don't know your name. Maggot. Who's up here? There you are. Hey, the hairstyle I started with. Well, I should kick that hairstyle back, to be honest. I like that hairstyle. It was so fun. I'd love to try that in real life. I could do it. I have enough hair to probably do it. It'd be kind of different, though, but I'd love to give a shot at it. So many braid styles, so take a crack at it, why not? Yeah, why not, see? Yeah. I'm back, gave him the clothes. Guess he just arrived, huh?
Comrades, your presence here this day signifies the momentous choice that each of you has made. With your strength now pledged to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, you are beholden to no single nation. You stand as the vanguard for a united Eorzea. From this moment forth, I declare you Crystal Braves. Let us mend this fractured realm and face our enemies as one. Whether it be the Beastmen and their primals, or the conflict in Carteneau, it is plain that the nations of Eorzea cannot solve the problems which plague the realm. Thus does it fall to some few heroic souls to succeed where they have failed. Come, take your place at the Scion's side as guardians of Eorzea, and together we shall fight for the freedom of all!
Yeah.
For the freedom of all!
Oh, look at them.
A rousing speech, Alphino. Or should I say, Crystal Brave Commander Leveilleur?
Please, antecedent. The title is honorary. I shall not be leading the troops into battle, as it were. We are of the same purpose. Let us join hands and do what must be done to save this land.
I was way off.
Stand ready.
Scion stand ready. Do the Crystal Brave stand ready? I sometimes often wondered. Oh yeah, back to back.
I'm eager to see what the Crystal Braves might accomplish. This shall prove an interesting time indeed for the Scions.
Yes, the hell it will.
Yes, I'm listening. So our worst fears are confirmed. The entire Isle. Such power defies comprehension.
Does it though? Ultima damn near killed us all.
Truly? Kryl is alive? Thank the 12. I see. Pray, inform me if her condition changes.
I still feel like Ultima was
Pass on your words to Urianger.
maybe like a fraction of a nuclear bomb potentially.
Contact you anon. When I learned of the loss of the Isle of Val, I dared not hope that my friend had survived. Yet, by some miracle, it would seem she has. She's still to regain consciousness, it is true, but better that than death.
I don't know now.
News to one side. We must now endeavor to make sense of the readings taken by the survey party.
In some cases, death is a better option.
The etheric disturbance which accompanied the Isle's destruction is of a magnitude alarmingly close to that of Ultima.
Mm.
Could the Ascians be responsible for this devastation as well?
Who else? I mean, besides Garland. Or Garland. Whatever. Imperials.
From the Mother Crystal since the battle with the Garleans.
I was right the first time. Eat me. And also, no, I don't know what that lady's doing right now.
Speaks to neither one of us. Heidelin's silence portends naught but ill, I fear. Louis Soir, I pray you yet watch over us.
Would love to meet you, Louis Soir. The opening sequence that I sometimes see when I go back and look at it. You look freaking amazing. Or at least the opening cutscene or trailer. I don't know what to call that, to be honest. Ooh, another one. Back to back to back. Let's go. Do they talk? They do talk in this one, I think. No, they don't. I remember. They don't talk in this one at all. Ha! Caught it right this time. I mean, it still sucks they don't, but I caught it right. I almost made an Ellison for my character, but then I thought, nah. I need a Makote Catboy. Let me like a dark elf sort of character. I like dark elves in fantasy versus like any other elf. Just how I roll. I can't wait. I can't wait. I want to get to Heavensward so bad, but alas. I said I would finish A Realm Reborn, and I am going to finish A Realm Reborn. I mean, I technically already did, but I want to finish it like on camera. You can't do this to... man, I wish I didn't, like, quit it all those years ago, but I didn't have time. If I had time, I definitely would have just, like... ooh, she's La Habrea. You and you, Elidibus? Is that his name? I think his name's Elidibus, right? Man, I can't wait to get into Heavensward one day. Eventually. And I believe this is where the new Game Plus stops. Booyah! And now it's time to start The beginning of the end. Also, how'd I get in this room is what I'm saying to myself right now because it's can't shut up. Uh, Part 6. The seventh astral era is meant to be a time of peace, and yet Eorzea remains rife with turmoil. Why did I struggle with that word? From rampaging primals to unruly refugees, myriad of the problems demanding urgent answers. In response, Alphanod forms a Crystal Braves, an ambitious company that will serve the realm as a whole rather than any one nation. God, I forget it does that. And how wrong we are. Or how right we are. We don't know yet. They could do just that. They could do just that. It's almost like been an hour. I'll just go ahead and reset it. Boop. Boop. Oop, wrong one, wrong one. Reset it for me as well. There we go. Audio's been reset. Wait, where am I going? We're back in the same room. Amen. Uh, if this ain't the way to start off this chapter, and you'll wonder why I say the beginning of the freaking end, here we go. It just went south so freaking fast. Right under our noses. What's that Metal Gear quote? They played us like a dang fiddle. I just hit my freaking thigh. Ow, son of a bitch. I hit my thigh. I wasn't really trying to hit myself like that. Owie. But no, seriously, it just went south so bad, but I can't say what really happens. I mean, I can, which I'm fairly certain a good majority of the Final Fantasy 14 population has already seen what happens, but it's nice to have some sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like another term for fog of war. Secrecy. There we go. Secrecy to this. Also, oh my god. I mean, I didn't really like hurt myself. It's just like the shot. Like you hit your funny bone. There we go. It's like when you hit your funny bone, but you know, your upper thigh. Also, it's been an hour. I want to thank my followers again. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Current viewers, I want to thank you guys as well. Let's see. Ooh. We have 4 users in the chat right now. Thank you, AdaptW, Atten, Capiso6, and Lori Pub. Thank you for being in the chat, watching, whatever you're doing right now. Thank you, thank you. Just thank you for being here. Greatly appreciated. Hope you're having a good time. I am. My leg ain't right now. I mean, it is, but it ain't. God, look at all these stupid, disgusting blue. I hate you all. I know what happens next. Hey, Thancred, at least you're still cool. Don't hit me with that knife, please. Hey, Alf. Oh, your second in command, Captain Ilbert. I'm sure he's a trustworthy person. You could probably, like, lay your life on him. It all starts with you. And it ends with you one day, I hope. He looks cool, though. I like his design. That hairstyle.
Hail to you, Scion. How might we serve you?
He had such a let me stop. So pissed off. This entire chapter is gonna piss me off. It is. It just is.
Indeed. Given the sensitive nature of the task, I could not rely on one of my own.
Sorry about that, T.
That which I'm about to tell you, I tell you in the strictest confidence.
Tell me, son.
We received certain documents from an anonymous source. They notified us of the presence of a Garlean agent within the ranks of one of the Grand Companies. Following some discreet inquiries, we identified a suspect among the Immortal Flames, whom we detained for questioning. Alas, the man was not our agent. He was but one of many men in the agent's employ. We pressed the traitor for a name, but he had none to give. He claims never to have met his master, whom he knows only as the Ivy.
That's a cool name.
He was, however, certain that this ivy had coiled itself around every part of the immortal flames. It would seem our quarry joined the company some time ago, and gradually recruited others to his cause. These conspirators are the vines by which he learns our secrets, all without exposing himself. It won't be easy to identify the ivy amidst this tangled mass of subterfuge, but we have a tendril in our hands, and we shall follow it all the way to the gnarled root. Now, much as I would prefer to proceed with due discretion, circumstances demand that this matter be settled post-haste. Garlemald's War of Succession nears its end, and it is feared that the Empire will soon resume its march on Eorzea. When it does, we can ill afford to have traitors in our midst. The ivy must be rooted out now.
Yeah, we can't have any traitors, can we?
General Roban of our findings. I would ask that you accompany me to the Hall of Flames and remain on hand to see that things go smoothly. Assuming the ivy's tendrils are as widespread as we believe, he will be aware that an investigation is underway, and if that is the case, he may well move against us. We must be prepared for anything, while taking care not to betray our purpose by seeming prepared. A simple enough task for a one-man army like you.
Oh, don't butter me up like that. But I am a one-man army. I did kill gods after all. I'll never I'll never let them live that down. They owe me their lives, every single last one of them, especially you, recruit, maggot. Hit the, let her go. Hit the button. There we go. I hate because sometimes I be clicking too fast and then highlight something and I'm trying to get to the map and I'm pressing square and next thing you know it's showing me emote, blah 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 blah. I'm like, no. Why you even click on that person in the first place? Dang it. Cloudy night. I will say, atmosphere-wise, I love Limsa. It's weird, but it's also just, it's cool. Seafaring, all that good stuff. But next to that, Ul'dah is a freaking cool city to probably be into. I know I crap on it a bit, though. Because it is corrupt, but dang it, it's awesome. It's like Las Vegas, You probably have a good time, but it's also dangerous to be in there.
He is here at my behest. Greetings, Roban. It has been a while.
Or is it more like, no, it's not like Las Vegas.
Hilbert, you old scoundrel. When they told me you'd be visiting, I scarce believed my ears.
Look at the smile on our best boy. I love Ralbon.
But look at you. The honored captain of the Crystal Blooded Braves. Who'd have imagined, eh?
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go refill my teeth.
Not many, but fewer still would have imagined your destiny lay in politics, old friend.
Aye. We've both come far, have we not? Lest you wonder, Hilbert and I go back a long way. We've been friends and rivals since we were lads. The last time we saw each other, Alamigo had just fallen, so you can guess how many summers it's been. And in all that time, not a word from the fool.
Ah, well, my dealings tended toward the modest and mundane, unlike some I could mention. As I hear it, no sooner did you reach Thanalan than the brass blades clapped you in irons and dragged you off to die on the blood sands. Being a stubborn sort, you won 1,000 matches and earned yourself a place in the people's hearts while you were about it. Then, with your mountain of prize money, you bought the Colosseum and secured a seat on the Syndicate. Those balls, bro.
Okay, I'm back. I've kind of seen this cutscene before, so that's why I just left.
You're a hero to the common man.
Bah, spare me. I am no hero. If anyone is worthy of that title, it's our friend here. Next to him, I'm little more than a glorified butcher.
Hey, man, don't count your, excuse me, self short.
You sell yourself short. accounts, you were an adventurer of some standing.
I like to think that I did my part for the greater good. But if you're no hero, then I'm no adventurer, not in this company.
Look how short I am compared to them. Or maybe it's just the angle.
I have tidings.
Great type.
So there has been progress. I've let it be known that this meeting is a reunion between old friends. None will give your visit a second thought. To convene elsewhere would only attract attention. Let us speak here, in plain view of all.
Smart.
So it is we who have been compromised. Teleji Adeleji's machinations have shaken Ul'dah to her foundations. In such uncertain times, a man's loyalty may be bought for a fistful of gil.
Hmm.
But if this snake has truly been in our midst for as long as you say, we must needs consider a far graver possibility. Conspiracy. Could it be that the Monetarists have been in league with the Empire from the first? Very well. I will have my most trusted men investigate the matter. Continue your inquiries in the meantime.
You got it.
It does me well to see you again, old friend. When next we meet, let it be over a flagon of ale.
I look forward to it. Let us reminisce of bygone days, and drink to the future of our homeland.
Hmm. Such a odd character he's talking to. Wonder what she'll be doing.
Flame General.
I should probably word that a little bit better, because now it makes it sound a little bit weird.
I must work hard if I'm to keep up.
She's a person of interest, I'll just say that.
Well, it would seem your services were not required after all. I dare say we have Roban's prudence to thank for that. Still, I was glad of your presence. My thanks, Scion.
I hate you. uh... I don't know what you're doing, but okay. Yay, back to Mordona! I can always trust Mordona. It'll never let me down, usually. At least not yet. Oh yeah, top three. I gotta say Limsa, Ul'dah, and then Gridania. Gridania is... It's more solidarity, I should say. Like, it's more just, you know, nature. Like, I mean, it is in a forest, for goodness sakes. If something were to scream elf or Elezen to me, it would probably be Gridania. You know, Ul'dah and Limsa speaks more to my type of environment, you know. Limsa being wild, free, pirate, seafaring like, and Ul'dah being corrupt, desert, what's the word? Aladdin-esque, I guess. Even though that's not really a good word for it. Shoot, there's a word to describe like desert life and stuff like that. I can't think of it right now. Oh well. Just know that's where my list goes. For right now, because I know there's other cities that we gotta explore eventually later in the stories. Of course I'm the best chance you guys have. I'm the best person here. You got it, Alf. I'll talk nice to you all the time. The Tango, where is that at? Mordona, that's right. Oh, yeah, I can just fly there. Screw this. Oh, that's right. We break into the old base where we broke out our friends. Go save recruits that were in over their head. Or just got captured. One of the two. I still say they were in over their head. Mm. Can't be too careful. I wonder why he did pick blue. Was it like like if like the roles were reversed, you know, he's going to look for trails of Bahamut and whatnot in his own adventures, and Alizé was the one conducting the recruitment process. Would they have more? No, because if you think about it, they can't do red because there's already a free company or an entire service devoted to like having red on them. Maelstrom. Just something to think about. I guess if you want to. Time to cause a ruckus. Dun, 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 dun. Die. Die. Whee! I am a target. Come find me, and you'll meet your end. Too easy. Die. 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 Eh. 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 I am a ninja. Oh, come on with that. Dang it, geometry. Or location. Environment. There we go. Got it right the last time. I love doing that stupid jump transition. No, don't sound the alarm. Just accept that fiery death. I told you not to sound the alarm. Now look at you. You're getting your friends killed. In horrible ways. Let's get out of here, boy. What is that? Is that an Ixal? Oh, that's nice. What is that? Must be from like the crafter thing. Crafter. Just gonna fast travel. Crafter. Beast Strike. There we go. I couldn't think of the word. Sorry. Did it not? See, got the. Sometimes when I do it in the air, I accidentally press the circle button like twice or linger on it, and it makes him descend. just me, man. You ain't gotta worry. Generally speaking, if I'm in a situation, I can usually get out of it. What do you want? Of course, there isn't any rest for me. I feel a sneeze coming on, and now me saying it has definitely. Hey! That's definitely probably made it so I'm not gonna be able to sneeze. I hate this. Ah! Like it's in my nose. I know it wants to come out, but it's not gonna come out now. Dang it! Oh well, it'll probably come out at a random point. Then I'm really gonna get pissed. It's the random sneeze that I feel like are more detrimental than a planned, like, knowing sneeze. Like, I feel like a violent random one just out of nowhere. Like, cause usually you can feel it coming on in a second. Thank you, men. We gotta get more allies. Hmm. They're just stubborn, man. Let's do it. To Dragon Head. If I can just, there we go. See ya. Before I go, that is a cool glamour. Kinda reminds me of Helsing a bit. No fall damage. I know if I was a Dragoon, that probably would hurt me a little bit. Hey, speaking of a Dragoon. I mean, put some better layers on, man. So you won't be so cold, Alphino. Time to meet an emissary from Ishgard. Also, why do I have a... What is this? Oh. Get out of here, get out of here. I don't care about you right now. I'm not crafting anything, nor do I desire to craft what you offer me. Yes. You do.
Have faith, my friend. You need only state your case with confidence and clarity.
Sometimes it doesn't work. Back to Billman's.
Commander Leveilleur, it is both an honor and a pleasure to meet you.
His voice is so
I'm
nice.
Lord Commander of the Temple Knights.
Alphino Leveilleur, at your service.
Leveilleur. Leveilleur.
Reputation precedes you, Sir Emmerich. I think we will find that we have much in common.
Speaking of reputations, yours towers over us all. Does it not?
I think they should at this point.
It does indeed, Lord Commander.
I am not too proud to admit that I have followed your activities with an interest bordering on fascination.
It's kind of weird, but okay.
Glad was I to learn that you would be joining us.
Oh, thank you.
Now then, shall we begin?
We know full well that the Garleans will return in force ere long. What is more, we have yet to achieve a lasting victory over the primal menace. The beast tribes continue to summon their gods, and each incarnation is stronger than the last. Ishgard is not immune to these threats. I must reiterate that it would behoove your nation to rejoin the Eorzean alliance.
Once again, I must respectfully disagree.
On what grounds?
Despite their presence in Kurthus, the Ixal do not concern us. The territorial claims pertain to Gridanian lands, and it is the people of Gridania whom they harry.
What if they want to harry you next?
Consequently, the Holy See judges this to be a Gridanian affair, and Ishgard does not intervene in the internal affairs of other nations. Even were that not the case, our forces are wholly committed to the Dravanian conflict. We have not the knights to spare. As for the Garleans, we are not ignorant of history. We have observed the rise and expansion of the Empire, and we agree that it is only a matter of time before they resume their campaign in Eorzea.
Then surely it would be in our best interests to present a united front.
Mayhap one day, but not yet.
Eh. What do you mean, not yet?
Belsar is dead, and the legion of conscripts he left behind lacks the will to fight. We think it highly unlikely that they will emerge from behind the walls of their castra for some time.
Forgive me, but if Ishgard's position has not changed, why did you agree to this meeting?
Yes, why did you agree to this meeting?
It was not only as a representative of Ishgard that I came here.
Pardon?
It is not within my power to change Ishgardian policy, regardless of my personal feelings. There is, however, one area in which I may exert a measure of influence. Concerns have been raised over the supplies House Forton has offered to Revenant's Toll. These have led to calls for restrictions on the provision of aid to foreign powers. I can ensure that the shipments continue unabated.
That's it?
Sir Emmerich, we would be in your debt.
No, you would not, for I require something in exchange.
And there it is.
Of late, there has been a flurry of Dravanian activity, the purpose of which was not immediately clear. However, our astrologians have since observed alarming changes in the heavens. The dragon star waxes unnaturally bright, and there are whispers that it portends the resurrection of Midgard Sorma.
Midgard's... Oh, that's right. The dragon in the Lake of Mordona. Or the corpse dragon.
Full many times have I gazed upon the dragon's corpse still wound around the Agrius, and wondered how different our world might be if it yet lived to plague the skies. I do not know, and I do not wish to know, nor does any son of Ishgard. Yet the mere presence of Dravanian forces is not sufficient grounds to send knights to Mordona, whatever our astrologians say. As I told you before, we have not the forces to spare.
But we do. So you will intervene on our behalf if we agree to watch over the Keeper of the Lake.
Do you accept these terms?
We don't have really a choice. We were gonna do that in the first place, I would imagine.
I will see that you are kept abreast of any developments. I regret that we could not come to a similar agreement on other matters, but I understand that you are not at liberty to make such decisions. Nevertheless, I hope that what we have accomplished here today will serve to demonstrate to your countrymen that we can work together towards a common goal. Mayhap one day we shall look back on this moment as the first step towards a united Eorzea.
Mayhap we shall, Commander.
What is the meaning of this?
Oh? Why'd your eyes closed?
The caravan, my lord. It's been attacked.
Thieves and brigands!
My lord.
Oh, Iceheart. Well, still, thieves and brigands.
By the Fury. All our precautions were for naught?
I guess not. Whose chocobo's in the way? Well, at least he was keeping you warm there. Also, we hit the 30-minute mark. We have. And luckily, there's no audio coming out. So, boop and boop. Fix that right for you. And also do it for myself. Okay. Only a select few are privy to. More traitors, I imagine. They better share their findings. I'm a goddamn warrior of light. Let's see, where is it at again? What the heck is it? Hey, yo, where the fuck is it? Like one of those little red dots, isn't it? Oh, there it is. Gosh, it's far away. I could also just, like, follow the darn map indicator, but, I didn't. What are you doing all the way up there, Boba Bun, whoever you are? Funny name. Did anybody else used to watch Boba? Okay. Boba Bo, I think that's how you say it. I don't know. It was a very weird anime. Never watched it all the way to completion. Like, I've seen like a whole episode before, yeah, but I have no idea where I probably left off on that anime before. They were on Toonami, I think, during like a 2000, like probably way before 2010. I want to say they had a Bobo run. It was funny, but I just didn't find it. Well, I just didn't watch it a lot. I just say that. I was young too, so who knows? Hmm. They didn't leave a crate untouched. Orb left behind. No crate left behind. This one's a little bit tricky to navigate too, but I think he's upstairs. Hey you, person who survived, how you doing? Sneak attack, stab them right there, Smart. Sneak up on your enemy, take him out. Real easy. Dirty tactic, potentially, but wait, we going back to, yep, fast travel time. I hit circle to be talented again. I be mashing buttons when I'm trying to close stuff sometimes. My ear is itchy. Man, they may need to get trained better. You don't know who Shiva is? I mean, I'll be honest, I didn't know this part about Shiva, but I know Shiva's a god in other iterations. Or a primal, I should say. It makes sense. I don't think they've ever really dealt with a primal before. I mean, they've dealt with, well, no. They sort of deal with Garuda, but I guess they never dealt with this type of primal. So, I mean, it makes sense they were kind of confused. Or just in the dark. Heck no, I wouldn't miss this for the world. I saved the world by doing this type of job. Okay, going to White Brim now, huh? Either be a cutscene or just a really, really short quest. It's probably gonna be a cutscene though, given the fact it's about to be a check mark. Soon, very soon, I will be making my way into Ishgard, and I will be playing Heavensward for the first time. I've never played it before. I've only seen videos of some of the bosses that's a part of that expansion. I was way off. I thought I could time it right, but I couldn't. Ankles! There we go. Hey, what's up? Oh, how thankful of you. Thankful of you. Kind of you. Jeez, it can be a good word. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't put me in the Crystal Braves. Okay, I'm the Scion. Well, I am a scion. I'm the warrior of light. Don't dare lump me in with them. Yes, yes, excellent. I don't know why I think he sounds like that. How's your blade out? More traders and co-earthers. What is this? Dark Worlds, Dark Deeds? No, that's a quest. What was the fate I was trying to figure out? Eh, who cares? I'll figure it out later. Another time. Ooh. What the? You're bending your arms too much. You gotta make your arms a little bit closer. Yeah, you're working on your like shoulder. You're not. I don't care. You tell them. You tell them. They'll get it right eventually. Oh, that's what this is. Little ice sprite. Are y'all seriously in the way of what I gotta do? Like, move. With all this darn noise. There you are. All this noise. And for what? Somehow I ain't even doing real damage. I finally saw just the Zack Snyder Justice League. I like that film. I could have sworn someone told me there was only gonna be one F-bomb drop and it was gonna be like late at the end by Batman. But I was surprised to hear it earlier in the movie by a character I wasn't really expecting to say it, to be honest. Still a good movie though. Yes, I enjoyed it. It's only a shame that I don't think that universe is ever gonna be back. Characters maybe, but the setup for that universe is probably never gonna be here. Unless they kind of like try to write it in, but I doubt it. Look at me being stealthy, hiding against the wall. Back to Drillmont. This the right way? This the right way. Why is it so foggy? This is dangerous flying weather. I could have rented that building if I wasn't careful. Speaking about being careful, kneecaps or ankles. Probably both, to be honest. Yeah, I found talking to somebody. What's faster? Probably just going this way. I would say like over the mountain or through the mountain. Bum, bum, be asked. Giant logger. Dead people. More dead people. I like using Armor Crush. Like the animation for it more than Alien Edge, I guess. Barely even a show. Challenge. There we go. I was like, what the heck did I say? Now you'll die in the snow, along with your people you just killed. I got Gil from that? Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle. I guess even, well, I guess it's the level cap, so, for where I'm born. Makes sense, I guess it gets some Gil out of it. What are you doing up there, sir? Insurance! I'm back. Well, a lot of people just died, and I found some heretic litter. Why do y'all even have tunnels in the first place? I mean, military tactics, military tactics. Beep, 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 boop, boop. Alright, next mission. Path of Righteousness. Oh, hey, is this where we get the, what you call it? Duty? There we go, couldn't think of the word. It's back at, oh no, it's over there. Let's go, Behemoth. Maybe if I ride Behemoth, it'll spawn Behemoth. Wouldn't that be fun? What is that, the moon? No, the moon can't be right there. The moon's higher. Oh, 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 oh. Da-da-da-da, snowfall. Da-da-da-da-da-da. And ugly looking crocodiles. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Hey, Alf, what are you doing all the way out here? Don't you know it's cold? Don't you hate the cold? Got some information, man. Get the crystal braids ready. Put them to do their job. That's right. Uh, but thankfully we had Yida in this situation. But that was kind of funny. Now my thing was, were they heretics in disguise, or did they really think that he was Iceheart? Everything's almost a trap in this case, let's be real. Alright, let's see, where are you? There you are. Yay, Snowcloak. The music in this one is actually pretty good. I like the music. It's kind of soothing. Oh, it's just a guild here, so let's say. Where are you? Snowcloak. How strange they put. I guess like difficulty. Such lovely music. I won't skip it. It's the first time seeing it, I guess. It won't really matter in a couple seconds, to be honest. Speeding through. Oh, we're almost getting close to hitting the 50. Actually, you know what? No. All of you chase me. Chase me, chase me. Chase me. Make me feel important. That was weird. Where's the bear at? Isn't there a bear here or something like that? Alright, let's go. There you guys are. Here, let's warm you guys up. There's the bear. Bye-bye, bear. Give me a key. Reminds me of like some Zelda music a little bit. How do I open this door? Oh, it's probably like to be all the enemies. You guys take a little bit more hits. I wonder how this is gonna go. Probably like it always goes. Boop, boop, and boop. Oh, okay. You're strong. You're a strong little boy. Now you're dead. Do I care about that? Yeah, I do. I can sell the gear. Get some free company points out of it. Why not? I just breezed past it, to be honest. Follow me. Follow me. Frostbite, whatever. Come in, come in, come in. Oh wow, I found like a little soft area. But a frostbite doesn't hurt me. There it is. What the hell? Yo! Open the door. Oh, I gotta spawn more enemies. There we go. Out the way. Get out of here. Get out of here. You guys don't want this. Oh, my, whatchamacallit went away. You might be a bit of a problem. Maybe. Be careful with you. There's so many ninja abilities I can't wait to use. Yeah, fare thee well, creature. I already have one. I do? That's weird. Boom, boom. The trick to that fight is to he has a Kono attack that'll freeze some of the ads. You gotta freeze the ads, and it can either stack over time, and then turn into a snowball. And when he does like a big AOE, like circular AOE, you gotta knock the ad that's frozen into him, and it stops him from doing the AOE. You're welcome. Next up on the list of people to die and turn into pelts is you, little Spriggan. Oh, there's a bunch of you. Ooh, a crocodile. Crocodile. Oh, that was a gator. Never mind. What's the weird pronunciation for a gator? We got a rock. No. Okay. Crocodile. Alligator. I guess gator. That's really the only... Oh, yeah, Cyclops. Bye-bye. Well, okay, there it is. Hold that for me. Jeez, that critical hit. You stop that right now. You stop that right now. You're stronger than most. Door to oblivion. Hey, I just caught that. It'll make sense later. Oh. Aw, puppy. Big puppy. Perhaps even a lion. Alright. Take this seriously. As serious as it can get, I guess. And ice. You didn't die? Oh, there you go. Is he a mount, I wonder? I think he is. Dun, 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 dun. Ha ha! I am excellent. 5 minutes, 28 seconds. Not bad, not bad. Probably easier time than that, but not bad, not bad, not bad.
The tales do not do you justice, warrior of light.
Who just said that to me? Ooh.
Yes, I know who you are, and you know who I am.
Do I? Man, I kind of just really seen you in Tales. Jesus, you're beautiful.
Given the name Izel, but I earned the name Iceheart.
Use the first name, but either one really works. Your eyes, I forgot how glowy your eyes are. Back up, Web, I don't know you.
This endless cycle of hatred, of bloodshed, of sorrow. You would see it continue, O noble warrior of light.
Getting paid for it, sure.
I would not. I will not. I will bring an end to this war between dragon and man, no matter the cost.
Even at the cost of your own life?
In time, you will come to understand that what we do for the greater good. For Eorzea, for Hydaelyn.
I do love her outfit. I wish the Crystal Braves had that tone of blue versus like the lighter blue we have, or like more vibrant blue, red blue. Would have matched Alpha a little bit better. She just teleported without really teleporting. We gotta do the whole little sky whole thingy where we put our fist to our forehead or near our forehead. Oh, that was easy. Hey man, I just met Iceheart. And And she's amazing. I mean, deadly. What the? You can't fly me here that fast. What's wrong with you? How much time we got left? Oh man, we just hit the 2 hour mark, and I do got stuff I gotta do after this. So, mm, what time is it in like real life? Okay, I can probably maybe give it a little bit more time to do some more things. I will say, while we don't have a cutscene that has audio into it, do that, and then we started for me as well. I wonder how that went. Like, did the dragon turn human? Did she somehow become a dragon? I don't know. There's a lot of questions with that physically, but emotionally, it was probably beautiful. A truly marvelous experience for both parties, I would imagine. At least I hope. I can see how maybe the hair would make him look like a girl, but come on. Also, look at her outfit. She dressed for the cold. You didn't. What does that say, Alphino? What does that say? Azil. When did you change your name? I don't know. But anyway. Could be hubris. Could just be that Ishgardian in him. Always wanted to be. What's the word? Now I can't think of the word for this one. I am bad with English. Or American. Whatever you want to call it. It's probably American at this point. Oh, do we get to meet oh no, we gotta do this part, that's right. That makes sense why Minfilia would probably cover up her body a little bit more, considering what she kind of wears on a daily basis. Alpha, no, I don't know about you. You kind of choose to be cold. Hey, what's up? I'm not gonna call you your name. Maggot. Let's go. Report. Yeah, you better run. Let's see, where am I? Okay, that way. 11:20. I hate to end it. I want to. Okay, maybe I'll finish this quest, engage what the next one is, and then I'll probably call it. Okay. 68. Interesting. Why are you on your knees? The tracks in the snow. What tracks? Freaking snow's probably covered it up by now. I've always wanted to do this one, but there's no way I can probably beat that thing by myself. Ironically, that one that I'm about to come upon, that I'm about to come upon is easier to do than that one. But I can get like an achievement for doing it, right? I think you do. Oh, what'd you get? Southeast. This way. Right, yeah, this way. Mounted. But that actually tracks in the snow, or am I just going this way? Nope, okay. You dare question what I'm doing here? What are you doing out here, brave? Private? Maggot? Don't question me. Oh, hey, it's you. What are you doing on your knees? Oh, come on. Really? These guys are giving you trouble? Dagger throws. Both of them. Done. Yeah, you're right. This is embarrassing for you. Yeah, get out of here. Read that paper. Oh, yeah, that's right. Set up an ambush near the observatorium, and we have a couple we captured, I think. And we made it through those trees. Oh, that's no. I was like, what the heck is that I just flew past? I was like, is that a rank, what's it, A or I think it's an S rank dragon, right? Or wyvern, whatever the heck it's called. Well, what do we have here, gentlemen? So taller than me. We're getting close to ending it, so I want to go ahead and just thank everyone. Well, we might be getting close, so I'm going to thank everyone just in case. But I want to thank, first of all, followers, supporters. You know, you guys that are doing what you're doing in whatever way you're doing it. I greatly appreciate it. Please continue to do so. It's always optional. You know, once you start, you don't have to keep going. You can quit at any moment. But I greatly appreciate it if you keep on going. If you're not a follower or subscribe to my YouTube, I greatly appreciate it if you did. It would help me out a lot. It would help me out a great, great amount if you did. And of course, it's free. Also, it's optional. Just remind you, it is optional, but it is free. All you gotta do is follow me on my Twitch. Follow me on my socials that connect to my Twitch. It's generally the Twitter account that is associated with it, so that's how you know I'm live. And subscribe to my YouTube. That's how you get to watch the edited down versions of the streams to cut out the downtime. But again, it's all optional. And I'd also like to thank current viewers or users in chat. I see Adept W, Atten, Capus06, and Lori Pub still here. Hope you're still having a good time. I'm having a good time. Hope you guys are too. And thank you for being here this long. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And you saw we just stopped that. That's how you do military tactical work. Scion work. Warrior of light work. Well, no, warrior of light work is when you call me to go kill a god. That's warrior of light work. Scion work is what we just did. Tactics. You ambushed them, didn't let them get too far, threatened to kill them. Real easy. That's how you do it. Oh wish they had a tail icon or a tail option that lets me have like a multicolored tail to kind of like match my multicolored hair. What's next? Screw it. We're gonna go for this one and then we're done. And then we're done and then we're done. What's next? Oh, what the? Screw it. No, why did my volume cut all the way up? Stop that phone. Conspiracy sounds. Conspiracy music. Dark deeds happening. Oh, someone in Raubon's innermost circle. Whoever could that be? Oh, wait, this is this quest. This might actually take a second. Ah, hell. Ah, hell. Hick, hick, hick. There's traders every freaking where. Okay. What's happening in Garlemald? What's happening with the Garleans? Gotcha, Gridania. A change of pace from this snowy landscape. Hellscape, some might say. Ah, hell, I forget. Gotta hit the right first. Seeing as how this starts off in a subsection of the city. Sort of, I guess you could say. Hey, it's raining! Aw, delicious. Delicious rain. Ooh, nice little glamour there, sir. Wasting time here a little bit, but I like that glamour. Yes. Is this one voiced or no?
Change has
Yep.
come to the Garlean Empire, and we must discuss the implications.
Oh, that's right. I think I know what cutscene.
The rumors are true, then? The War of Succession is ended?
It is. A new emperor reigns in Garlemald.
Uh-oh. That good or bad?
Who?
The birth and all too rapid expansion of the Garlean Empire is commonly attributed to the strategic brilliance of Solus Zosgalvis, Yet he did not rule alone. Several members of the royal household also distinguished themselves during his reign. Nevertheless, it was the eldest son who stood to inherit the throne, until his most untimely passing.
He was murdered. Screw that. He was not passed away. He was murdered.
I thought us fortunate when I learned that the Emperor had died without naming a successor.
Dang. Savage.
Would that the Garlean Empire had died with him.
I got a pee, so I'll be right back.
"'Twas the grandson and his uncle who had the strongest claims, was it not?
Indeed, yet claims count for little without the power to assert them. High Legatus Varus Ye Galvus is a respected military leader, not so his uncle.
So young Varus has torn the crown from his uncle's grasp and taken his place at the head of the Empire.
That is a lot of Garlands. They respect that man, it seems. He looks so creepy.
Given the troubled nature of his succession, the new emperor will require time to seal his grip on power. Yet have no doubt but that he shall, for there are none left with strength enough to oppose him.
Since the success of Operation Archon, the remnants of the 14th Legion and the forces occupying Alamigo have done naught but fortify their positions. But you can be sure they'll be ready to march on us again, if their Emperor gives the word.
When, not if. They say this Varus was so set upon Eorzean annexation that he spoke out against the Meteor Project.
Plainly, the new emperor's intentions are of great concern to us all.
Gar's intentions. What? More, war?
That we set aside the Cartano dispute for the present, and discuss what measures the Alliance might take to prepare for a resumption of hostilities with Garlemald.
Of course.
Moreover, I move that we re-examine the question of how our former allies in Ishgard might be persuaded to retake their place at our side. Could Eorzea but stand as one, 'twould deal a grave blow to our enemies' ambitions.
I mean, smart decision.
Well, I suppose we should be grateful that they have finally acknowledged the inevitability of Imperial attack. Who knows? They may even do something about it. If only the leaders of Ishgard would follow their example and stop hiding behind their gates, praying for the coming storm to pass them by.
Eddie is in your name, Alphino.
It is a discussion for another
I
time.
like it.
At present, I am more concerned by the fact that the Alliance's mooted preparations will be made known to the Garleans many moons before their coming.
Oh yeah, because we have a traitor in our midst.
So long as the ivy eludes our grasp, no secret is safe.
Someone just leveled up. The beautiful rain in Gridania is so lovely. There's a lot of crap going on today, man. The world is evil. You got it. None will elude my grasp. I knew he probably wasn't gonna be able to end. Well, definitely not this chapter. Hello, Ilbert. Extreme caution. Why extreme caution? Oh, that is why. But that's... We'll have to wait until next time. This man. Until next time. And let's go ahead and return to Coerthus to really just set the mood again for the whole cinematic flashback sequence that's happening. For the reason that we haven't started Heavensward yet. Because it makes sense in my head. Make sure there's no... Nope, taste of fear. It's always a taste of fear. Oh, shite! Oh. Thought I was on a thing. God dang it. Get on the thing. Okay, Behemoth? Thank you. No, I hate. Right. I'm gonna land right here. I'm gonna land right here. There we go. Simple as that. I'm gonna get dead center so I can end it properly. Yes, tales from another life, a past life, a past existence. You know what I'm trying to do here. Anyway, said it earlier, but I'll say it again. Thank you. Thank you current viewers, thank you current followers, subscribers to my YouTube, followers on my Twitter because of my Twitch. Thank you. Again, if you'd like to show some support, all the methods I listed before and ways I just kind of said so now would greatly help. But if you don't want to, I greatly I understand if you don't want to because it's optional. You don't have to. But I'd really appreciate it if you did. It would help me out a lot. Help this channel grow. Help my other stuff grow. Because I'm trying to grow this into something good and glorious. But honestly, I'm just having fun. Just having fun. And I will see you all next week, of course. My usual schedule, hopefully. Hopefully, universe willing. And, yeah. That's it. Thank you. Like I said, if you want to help out, greatly appreciate it if you did. The more the merrier. And also, please be sure to share. That's optional too, but please be sure to share. Get other viewers involved in this. I would greatly appreciate it if you could. But hey, like I said, always optional. Just really appreciate it that you're here. So, yeah. Further ado, let's go ahead and jump back over to String Ending 2.